a car for about that. But those are pretty new cars. I can go on Turo and I can rent a car for like $8 to $10 a day.
That's true. Turo is a lot cheaper. Yeah, no, that is a better option. Yeah,
or renting a house. You can rent the house for $1,500 a month, but if you buy it, it's like $2,700 a month.
Yeah,
and then you're also responsible for the repairs. You're responsible for the insurance. You're responsible for the taxes. It's like a woman. I mean, you don't want to jump start it. You don't have to repair it, but I mean,
do want to jump start it.
But a woman's more like a house than a car. I mean, when you do an upgrade, it's you give her a set of boobs. It's a kind of a permanent job, unless she pops them. I don't know how.
They do pop them sometimes.
It happens. It happens.
It does.
It's kind of gross when it happens, but I mean, you give them a nose job. It's like upgrading the fascia of your house. It looks nicer when you look at it, just like when you upgrade her face. And as long as she's happy and you're getting some, I mean, I don't really see what the problem is. If I could find a woman who would pay all of my bills and all I had to do was bang her and clean the house.
Yeah, you're spot on there. I'd be all over that shit.
I'm going to Martha Stewart the living shit out of this place.
Right, this place is going to be fucking beautiful. You will have such good food, girl. You have no idea.
I'd be outside smoking like a man every day. There'd be like a brand new kind of smoked meat, prosciutto, amazing dinners. Fuck. Are you serious? If she made a bunch of money and paid me, there's not a wife on this planet that would be as good of a husband as I would be.
Valid point. Likewise. Just take care of me.
Exactly.
Fuck me and take care of me.
Exactly. I'd hit the gym. I'd be fucking sexy as hell.
Right, man. You have no idea what you're missing out on. When are we going to see this? Sex equality shit that women keep talking about.
I don't know.
want to be treated the same as women are treated.
But it's kind of flip flopped. I mean, like. My generation is still the slavery portion where we just pay for everything and all the women are salty. But the millennials, your generation, you don't act like a millennial, even though you're in that group. So you're like a man. But most millennials, and those of you who are millennials, don't get pissed here. I just got to phrase it like this. There is this weird trend going on where millennial couples are into cuckolding.
That's the weirdest shit. Okay, does anybody else not know what cuckolding is? Because I just recently learned what it meant. I heard it on, I didn't even hear it. I saw it on some Reddit strings, and I thought it was just some shit that some British people were saying.
Other than lesbian porn, cuckolding is one of the fastest growing trends in the porn industry for fetish.
So I've run across some of those pornos once in a while, and it's just so fucking weird. Like, at what point do you want to see another dude bang your woman? That's what cuckolding is.
It's kind of funny you mention that, because remember the movie The Other Guys? It's like, you get back here. You will have sex with my wife.
Okay, I might really remember that. Yeah, right.
Oh, God. And that's basically cuckolding. I mean, basically, let's invite another guy over to please my wife, and while I'm at it, I'm going to suck the juice right off of it from both parties.
It's so fucking gross.
I mean, what has happened to America's youth that they are like basically the epitome of bisexual, cock-loving, sausage to taco.
A bunch of little bitches.
Yeah.
That's all it boils down to. I don't even understand what the fuck's wrong with my generation. I look at young kids like in their 20 to 25 range, and your generation's ruining this country. But honestly, it's my generation. They're fucking destroying it. And I don't know what's wrong with them. They're the ones that need to teach these young kids now what the right thing to do is and how to actually, grow a fucking spine and be an adult. They can't fucking do it. A bunch of goddamn pussies.
I mean, I've been here for 3 days. Give me a raise. Wait, how do you get a raise in 3 days? Like, we don't even know if you're going to show up next week.
I don't understand this entitlement. You know what? I'm just getting pissed off.
Stand up and say no. That pussy's mine, and the only dick that's going to be in it is mine, unless I don't know about it. And if I find out about it, I'm spitfire roasting both of your asses.
I'm going to beat the shit out of you. Beat you like a fucking dog. Just
and this socialism shit. Like, seriously. This new chick, what's her name?
Scar, she's hot. She's fucking hot.
You know what? I don't care how hot she is.
Put some baby juice into that.
The only way I'd give her baby juice was through a hate fuck. She needs to have literally the stupid fucked out of her. 70% taxation she's asking for.
You can't fix stupid. You just gotta wait for it to die.
Yeah, you can fix ugly, but not stupid.
Fact.
Yeah, but they both cost money.
How the fuck does she have a degree in economics too? That's confusing.
The only degree in economics she has is inflation, because she's about to fuck this country over by inflating the living crap out of it.
Oh, she's a single congressman. Like, she's not doing shit.
She's single because no normal, self-respecting man wants to do.
Oh, she's probably a huge cunt.
Oh, I bet she runs around and she fucks all the old dudes, spreading. She's like, "Come here, give me your old man butter."
Yo, something with chicks, man. They love old dudes. It's kind of weird.
They love me.
I'm starting to get the gray hairs, and like my girlfriend's super turned on by that. Like, I don't know why the fuck do you want wrinkly balls slapping against you?
That hint of silver. It's like when Adam Sandler's talking about that in that one movie where he's like,
oh yeah, that one movie, that one movie.
Come on, you gotta know. He's
fucking douche.
He works at like a toll booth or something like that, and his girlfriend's super hot, and she's banging some super old guy that works at Kentucky Fried Chicken or something.
It rings a bell. I don't know for sure what movie it is, but it rings a bell.
I'm looking it up right now. You just talk about something. I want to find this.
Okay, well I'm gonna pour another beer here because I ran out. And shit, it's gonna spill.
That's right. You suck all that head.
Anyway, so some other things that might be of interest to you, specifically in the crypto world now, is Coinbase is actually going to start pumping out a little bit of info for
Big Daddy. Sorry, I had to interrupt you, but the name of the movie is Big Daddy.
It is Big Daddy?
Yeah, it's Big Daddy.
So I've watched that movie at least 3 times. I didn't remember that shit at all.
I can wipe my own ass.
Yeah, no, wipe my own ass. I wipe my own ass.
Right, but the girlfriend, the blonde one that leaves, and then you got the hot lawyer one that comes in, Zellweger, whatever her name is.
Yeah, I don't remember it that closely.
Well,
it's been at least a decade since I've seen that movie.
Anybody that throws 6 sticks in front of guys that are rollerblading to fuck them up, it's classic.
No fact.
I mean, you're basically faggot if you got rollerblades on anyway.
I mean, it was the 90s. That was the popular thing to do.
It's the 90s version of figure skating.
Should we break your knees then as well? What the hell was her name?
Just break off that dick and call her goddamn Tanya Harding.
Yeah, there we go. Tanya Harding. There we go. Couldn't remember the name at all.
I got to say, though, back in the day, she was Tanya Hard-On.
Oh, God. Anyway, so let me bust into some crypto here real quick. Coinbase and Coinbase Pro, if you guys are into crypto at all. So one, Jaxx Wallet, super easy option for you for a ton of different cryptos. So Brian here wants to start his own blockchain. He and I are in a pretty hot debate about, well, I don't know if it's a hot debate, but we're debating pretty heavily about this. I see zero need to create your own blockchain and create your own cryptocurrency. Well, not necessarily your own currency, but your own blockchain. No need to do that. Why recreate a wheel? You can use so many different options out there. But regardless of any of that, Jaxx is a super easy wallet. There's another cool project called SwarmCity, Swarm.City. That's an awesome one. You can rate things. They're really close to production. I mean, they've been working on it for years now. They got fucked over by the guy who first started it out, but there are a bunch of different things that they were working on, and they finally are really close to a final product. Anyway, Coinbase Pro and Coinbase, they're going to pump out a little bit of stuff to TurboTax, so you can deal with all the taxation stuff of your crypto trades and stuff automatically. That's some good news because as of, I think it was early 2018, it was January 2018 actually, a law passed where every single trade you made had to be taxed. That's fucking stupid.
That's ridiculous.
If I trade 1.2 Ether for 1 Dash, and they both have the same dollar value, what the fuck do I have to mark that shit down?
You don't pay for your trades in normal stocks, and since they're treating like stocks, why should each trade have a taxation on it? And secondly, and I'm not a really big crypto guy. I think it's the way of the future. They're just doing it wrong, but let's just leave it as it is. Laissez-faire, okay? Nothing's changed. If you have a program and you're selling it, because it's a non-tangible item, it's not taxable. Yet cryptocurrency is also just simply the trade of a program. Why should we be taxing it since it's a non-tradable form of currency in a program's form?
Well, okay. So one, all taxation is theft. I'm firmly in favor of that.
That's
concept.
Definitely a fact.
But I'm willing to concede to some theft or taxation, as it may be called. But
I like roads too, but I mean, come on.
Well, fuck the roads. You know, we can
like
figure
the military.
Out roads. Okay, the common defense. I'm happy to pay for that. Like, I'm very familiar with the defense industry. We need to pay for the common defense.
Oh, and border patrol. I'm tired of paying welfare. I'd rather pay a guy to shoot people.
Okay, so I'd rather just end welfare because it's being so poorly implemented. But you know,
I like welfare. Implementation is definitely my problem. Some people do need a leg up once in a while, but it shouldn't be a permanent form of.
Well, you know, people trying to get a leg up can't ever fucking get it.
Well, I mean, if you keep pumping out babies and you have 10 kids and you have no idea who's the father of any of them, well, maybe you should be euthanized. But let's get back to prostituted. That works too. But let's get back to the cryptocurrency form because we don't even want to talk about how I feel about prostitutes.
You keep that love on the inside.
That's what they do too.
I
love basting a new roast or repainting the pink walls white is no problem. But seriously, back to crypto.
Anywho, yeah. So
the anonymous form for buying your ladies.
You can automatically pump over about 100 transactions all at one time over to the Intuit software. So, granted, most of your things aren't going to happen on Coinbase. Like, I use Bittrex a lot, and, I mean, there might be a couple thousand in a year. So that's sort of a pain in the ass. And you can only pull out so much until you verify yourself, and then they report to the IRS. Just a lot of fucking ass pain.
It's a giant headache. I mean, if you have a business and you're getting cash, you kind of just stuff that in your pocket and tell everybody to go F themselves. What happened to the anonymity of exchanging your currency? It's crypto kind of seems like a credit card thing to me, where they're able to track too much of what's going on and F you over.
So there are different ways to mitigate that, specifically through things like Zcash, Dash. I love Dash. I'm a big fan of Dash.
Are these wallets you're talking about?
No. So Dash is the cryptocurrency, Zcash the cryptocurrency, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash. I mean, there's a whole.
My buddy loves Ethereum. He's like, that's the next big one. He made plenty of money on Ethereum.
So Ether, like, it's good, but it's a giant VM. It's a virtual machine. The problem with that, though, whenever they come out with the CryptoKitty things, it crashed the whole goddamn network. You couldn't do shit for days, and I mean days. There were just so many transactions waiting to be processed. You couldn't get anything through. So that's my problem with Ethereum. Like, it has a lot of capability, but it just doesn't have the power to. Even thousands of computers around the world that do specifically that could not power that many transactions.
That's kind of my issue with cryptocurrency in general, is because of its intangible nature. Well, let's say, for instance, I'm probably too old for the rest of the world, but there was this show called Dark Angel. And one of the prefaces of it, and other movies that came out later, was, let's say there's an electromagnetic pulse. It kind of just takes out all of technology in a certain area, and for a couple of weeks before it can be booted up and et cetera. How do you spend money if you don't actually have money to spend if everything electronic shuts down?
Oh, yeah, have silver and gold for sure.
I like paper.
Or murder people.
Murder is definitely up there.
Bullets are... that's always worth something.
Long pig is delicious.
Oh, God. So crypto's not designed like this. Isn't some end of the world kind of conspiracy theory bullshit. This is
it's made to make things better.
Well, it's how most of our money works as it is.
It is. It's all based on faith.
Yeah. Fact. That's any.
I mean,
any normal
the
currency.
dollar's strength and the power of Jesus Christ are kind of on the same level.
Fact.
It is there because you believe it's there.
Yes. If you thought the dollar was if everybody thought the dollar was worthless tomorrow, it would be worthless.
Exactly.
It's not backed up by dick.
Jesus has no power in an Islam nation because they just don't believe in his ass.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's not. I mean, I know we got a lot of probably religious people out there like, who the fuck are these guys? But in all honesty, I mean, the power of the church is based on belief. I mean, if they were a bunch of screw-ups, but you still believed in them, it would work. And just like our government's currency currently and cryptocurrency, it's really based on faith. Now, I don't sound like a guy who you would trust on that one, but I mean, in 1997, I took the Golden State Exam Award in economics. I went to Harvard Economics for, I know it's only a quarter, but that place is expensive. But I got a free ride to go do it. And I've taken economics classes. I mean, economics makes sense to me. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I've made money on currency trades from one country to the next by betting on certain currencies of a foreign country and then trading them back in the dollar. Or hoping they rise and I buy more of American dollars. I really got to say, the only true value of a paper dollar, it's only worth what you can, toilet paper basically with printing on it. It's the full faith and backing of the people of the U.S. government and the people who support the USA that gives the dollar its value. Yeah, it's based on GDP and all these other wonderful ideas. But if nobody really believed in it, like let's say the Zimbabwe dollar, it's like 1 billion Zimbabwe dollars to $1 US dollar. Inflation, I mean, I think it went up to like
they got insane.
Trillion. It was crazy. But nobody believed in it, and they traded everything they could for US dollars because, well...
stability.
Exactly. And that's one thing I got to say is cryptocurrency is really missing out on stability and something backing it.
Yes. So, personally, I'm a big fan of Stellar because they have some of these things already built in there where you can tag it to a specific hard currency. So I want to build one tagged to the U.S. dollar through the Stellar networks. They're really fast. They're a fork off of shit. What's that? Ripple.